Hello boys and girls. In our maths learning today, we're still going to be using coins and we're going to be making some totals with them. That means we're going to be counting them carefully and adding them all together. So I hope you've got some coins in front of you now. You need some ones, some twos, a few fives and a few tens just for a quick coin bingo to warm our brains up. So when you've got your coins ready, then we'll play our game. If you haven't, just pause the video and go and get some coins ready and then we'll start our game. You can press play again and we'll start. So, can you remember the value of your coins? So, if you've got them in front of you, I'm going to call out a coin and I want you to find it as quickly as you can and hold it up and show me and tell me what the value is. Here's your first coin. Can you find a 1p coin? Have a look. Hold it up as quickly as you can. You just need one. What is it again? 1p. Well done. There it is. Does it look like that? And there's its value, 1 penny. Okay, listen for the next one. Can you find a 2p coin? Pick it up. Have you got it? What is it? It's a 2p coin. Well done. There it is. Does it look like that? It might have a different picture on that side, but can you see the 2 on it? And there's the value. That's how we would write it. 2p, because it's worth 2 pennies. Good. Well done. Let's try the next one. Can you find a 5p coin? So we're looking for a different colour this time. We're looking for a silver one, a little silver one. Have you got it? Pick it up, hold it up, shout it out. It's a 5p. Well done. Does it look like that? Have you found the 5 on it? And there's how we would write it. So it's worth 5p. 5 pennies. Well done. Okay, listen again. Can you find a 10p coin? Little bit bigger than a 5, isn't it? And it's silver. Have you found one? Well done. Hold it up. There's mine with the lion on it, and there's the 10 at the bottom, if yours looks the same as mine. And we would write it like that because it's worth 10 pennies. Well done. Now, you should have those 4 coins. Can you very, very quickly, can you remember which order they go in from the smallest to the largest? Can you put them in a line to show me the order that we would use them in from their value? Have a go. Pause me if you need more time. Here's my order. So we start off with the 1p, the smallest coin, and a 2p. We haven't got a 3p or a 4p coin, have we? There's nothing there. So the next biggest coin would be the 5p. And there isn't a 6p, a 7p or an 8p coin. There's just a 10p coin. So well done if you've got those coins in the right order. And if you had a 20p, that would be the next value coin there. It would go just where my finger is there. So the tricky challenge today, when we've only got those coins and those values, is to make some totals and find the right coins and count them carefully. So we're going to have a look at some snacks and we're going to see if we can use the right coins to pay for the snacks, because I know you've had a snack board and maybe an activity board in your house this week and you've been paying for different things. So I'm going to show you some of the prices that I've had on my snack board because I change them every day this week. So my first snack, there's the coins that you need. My first snack costs 2p. It's carrot and it costs 2p. So you've got some coins in front of you. Which coins could you use to pay for the snack? So if you've been paying for your different things this week, what coins would make 2p? This is a nice easy one to get us going, but I'll show you how you could work it out if you weren't sure. So let's have a look. So I've got the Numicon that you might recognise from school. Now, I know that you haven't got Numicon at home, grown-ups, but I'm just going to explain it to the children and show them how I would work it out, and then I'll show you a way that you might be able to use if your child needs a little bit of help getting used to the value of the coins rather than counting how many each time. So, do you recognise my 2 Numicon? So I could use a 2 like that, remember, because my carrot cost 2p, so I could use a 2, or I could split my 2 up, I could subitise it into a 1 and a 1, so I'd need 2 1s, wouldn't I, to make 2. Now my number sentence would look like that. 1 add 1 equals, altogether makes 2, so that would be my total. So those Numicon pieces give you a little clue as to the coins that you might use. Let's have a look. Can you see? So first of all, my 1 and my 1 would be a 1p and a 1p, because 1p and a 1p all together make 2p. Okay. But if I was going to use a coin just to go with my 2 Numicon, what value coin would I need? What would I need? Let's have a look. I could just use a 2p coin, couldn't I? Wouldn't need to use 2 1s. I could just use 1 2p coin. So it tells me on the coin that it's worth 2 pennies. Do you remember when Hassan was in the shop? The shopkeeper was helping him use a smaller number of coins, wasn't she? So instead of using my 2 pennies, I could use 1 2p coin. Now, that's the tricky challenge today, isn't it? It's knowing that you can use 1 coin if it has a value of 2 when you're counting your totals. Now, I know you haven't got Numicon at home, but you might want to do something like this. If you're finding it a little bit tricky, and we know it's a little bit tricky to do this when you're used to counting how many objects altogether, because we're looking today at the value, you might want to put some counters on your 2p. You might want to put 2 counters on your 2p coin, or you might want to make some giant coins like this. And that has a 2, that's my 2p giant coin, and to show me that it's worth 2p, I've just put 2 pegs on it. So every time I see my 2p coin, I think, oh, I've got to count 2. I've got to count 1, 2, because it's worth 2 pennies. Because my penny is only worth 1. So I would only need to count 1 when I see my penny, like that. So again, you might want to use counters on your 2p coins, just for that extra practice that you understand that it's worth 2 pennies, because that's the tricky bit when we're counting with money. And I know grown-ups will help you, so don't worry about that. So let's have another look. So my carrot cost 2p, so I could pay for my carrot with a 2p coin all by itself, or with 2 pennies, because they both have the same value. 1p and 1p all together make 2p. So that's how I would make 2p. So if you need to go back and just have a little practice at counting out your coins to make 2p, you can do that. If not, let's look at another snack and let's find out the total of coins that we'd need to pay for a glass of water or a drink. So I've put the 3 Numicon there because my glass of water costs 3p. So again, let's have a look at the 3. And can we see different values in the 3? What numbers can we see in the 3 Numicon? Let's subitise. What numbers can you see? That means find some smaller numbers. Because we can't use a 3p coin, can we? Because there isn't such a coin. We've only got 2s and 1s. So can we split our 3 up into a 2 and a 1? Can we? Let's have a look. Well, the first thing that we could do would be to split it into 3. 1, add 1, add 1. So I've got my 1 Numicon pieces. And that would help me think, oh, well, I could use pennies then, because each penny is worth 1, isn't it? So I would need how many pennies? 1, 2, 3. So you might be able to find 3 pennies to pay for my drink. But then I've subitized it in a different way. And what have I done to 3 this time? What numbers can you see in 3? Can you see that we could have split it into a 2 and a 1? So I've still got 3, that's still my total, but I've used a 2 and I've added a 1. And altogether I've got 3. 2 and 1 more equals 3. Now that's going to give us a clue, isn't it, for the coins that I could use. Can you find 2 more coins that would make 3 altogether to pay for the drink? There they are. Did you realise, did you get the 2p coin, add the 1p coin, and you'll have 3p altogether. 2p add 1p altogether makes 3p. So that's still the right number of coins, isn't it? It's the right value to pay for the drink. So that's what we did. So there's the cost of the drink. So I could use a 1 and a 1, so 3 pennies, or a 2p and a 1p, because that one's worth 2 pennies, 2, and 1 more makes 3. So again, we're looking at the number on the coin, because it's a 2p coin. Now, if you want a little practice at counting out those coins to make 3, pause the video. If you're ready to carry on, let's look at the next number we're going to make, the next total. So now, if you want an apple snack at my house today, it cost 4p. So there's the price. I've got my 4 Numicon out to help me. How could I split up my 4? How could I subitize it? What smaller numbers could I make that would help me choose the right coins to pay for the apple? Now, you might want to have a little pause while you have a little think about it. That's fine. But if you've had a guess, let's have a look and see how we could work it out. So, can you see what I've done with my 4? I've split it into 4 ones again. So I've seen 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. There's my number sentence. 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I add them all together, I've got 4, because that's made my 4 Numicon. So what coin is that going to give us a clue to finding? Have you already guessed that we'd need 4 pennies? Well done. So there they are, because each Numicon is the same as a penny that has the value of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 pennies. And there's my number sentence. 1p add 1p add 1p add 1p equals 4p altogether. So let's have a look. There's a different way. So this time I've subitized it, and I've seen a 2 and I've seen 2 ones. So I've split it that way this time. Can you see the number sentence? 2 add 1 equals 4. So again, what clues does that give us to the coins that we might need to make 4p to pay for the drink? Sorry, the apple. Let's have a look. There it is. There's the 2p. And there we need a 1p and a 1p. And all together we've made 4p. So we've only got 3 coins, but we've made 4p. That's the tricky bit to understand, because we could use a 2p because we'd count 1, 2 for the 2p, 3, 4 for the pennies. So let's have a look and see one more way. So this time I haven't used any ones, have I? What have I used? I've used a 2 and a 2. And can we see that the number sentence is telling us we've still got 4 altogether, because I've still got my 4 numicon underneath, but I've split it, I've subitized it, and I've made a 2 and a 2. 2 add 2 equals 4. So that tells us which coins we're going to need, doesn't it? Can you find the right coins? Which coins do you need to make 4p to pay for the apple? There they are. Did you find a 2p and a 2p? So you needed 2 2s, because a 2p and a 2p all together makes 4p. Okay, let's have a look at all the ways that we could pay for the apple. So those are the 3 different ways that we made 4. A 1, a 1, a 1, a 1. Pennies, 4 pennies. A 2p and a 1p and a 1p. 2, 3, 4. And the last one was 2 2p's, because we know that 2 add 2 all together makes 4, and I can use the 2p coins. Now that might be a little bit tricky because we've gone through everything quite quickly, so you might want to pause the video and just practice making all the different ways to make 4p to pay for the apple. You might have something different on your snap board and your activity board that you want to pay for. So pause it if you need a little think. If not, we'll do one more challenge. Let's see what else we've got to buy. Oh, a banana. So bananas on my snack board today cost 5p. And there's our 5 numicon. So have a little look. How could we subitize it to help us think about the coins that we would need? Which coins? How many ways can you make 5p? How could you pay? Let's have a look at the first way. Oh, now we haven't needed to use that coin yet, have we? But that's easy, isn't it? Yes, we do have a 5p coin. So well done if you thought that you could use one 5p coin to pay for the banana, because it was 5p, wasn't it? Now, if we were just using 2s and 1s, let's see how we do that. So just like we did with the other snacks, we could split it into 1s. So we've still got 5, but we need 5 1s to make one big 5 shape to fill all those holes, don't we? And then that gives us a clue as to how many pennies we need. There they are. How many pennies did you have to count to buy the banana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. And that looks like a tricky number sentence, but it's not, is it? We've just added all the pennies together. 1p add 1p add 1p add 1p add 1p equals 5p, which is the cost of the banana. Let's have a look at a different way. There we are. There's the pennies. Ooh, now then, we've subitized 5 and we've made 3 sets this time. We've split it into a 2, a 2 and a 1. We couldn't split it into a 3 and a 2, could we? Because remember, we don't have a 3p, do we? We haven't got a 3p coin. We've only got 2s and 1s, less than 5. So, does that give us a clue as to which coins we would need to spend on the banana to make 5p? It does, doesn't it? Have you found them? Let's have a look and see if you were right. There they are. So we needed a 2p and a 2p and a 1p. So if we add them all together, we should be able to pay for the banana. 2 add 2 is 4, isn't it? And 1 more makes 5 all together. So we've got the counting fingers just to double check. And if I wanted to count on my pennies, I might have 2 counters on them. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they're both worth 2. And that's what my number sentence says at the bottom. That's just to show you that when we add them all up, we've got 5 pennies all together. So we could buy the banana. Now here's another way. There's lots of different ways, aren't there? And you can pause the video at any time just to have a little practice. But I've seen another way of splitting up 5. So this time, my 5's the other way around, isn't it? But this time, I've seen the 2 there, but then I've split that part, because I can't split it into 3 because I haven't got a 3p coin. So I've split it into a 1, a 1, and a 1. So it's still 2s and 1s, and I know I've got 2p's and 1p coins I could use. So which coins do I need? Let's have a look. There we go. A 2p and 1, 2, 3, 1p's. So if I was going to count them all together, I'd say 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the same value as a 5p coin. Okay, it is tricky, isn't it? Really tricky, but you're doing really, really well if you're still counting carefully with me. Okay, I think we'll leave it there now. So we've found ways to make 2p to buy the carrot. We've found ways to make 3p to buy the drink. And we've found ways to make 4p to buy the apple and 5p to buy the banana. So I think perhaps now you could practice making those different totals, starting with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. See if you're really good at using your 2p's and your 1p coins. Make sure that you understand that and count carefully. And if you found that easy and you thought that I could really understand that and I know how to use 2s and 1s all together to make my totals, then you could challenge yourself to make values up to 6p, up to 7p. Keep on going. There might be things that cost 8p or 9p or even 10p. So those are your challenges. If you find the first little bit easy, it might have given you a few ways to practice how to count your 2s and 1s to find out how many altogether to use the right coins. So do lots and lots of careful counting today with your 1s and 2s and 5s if you think you need an extra challenge. And then tomorrow we'll make a shop and you can use those skills to practice paying for lots of different things at your shop. Well done everybody today. There was a few tricky challenges in there. So good listening, good learning and happy counting. Speak to you soon.